Okay, I want you to help me with this. I've got some pretty smart people who watch these videos, and I'm very thankful for that. So, I'll ask 2 questions right off the top of this video. 1. What is the most amount of times an NHL player has been claimed on waivers in one season? And number 2, who's the player that has been claimed off of waivers the most? Because Adam Brooks might go out there and fulfill those qualities right here based off of what happened today. Yesterday he was placed on the waivers by the Vegas Golden Knights, and today he was claimed by the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Adam Brooks is back in Toronto, baby. He was drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs back in 2016. He had made his debut with the Marlies all those years ago in 2018. He developed really well, eventually became a Maple Leaf, but then he was sent down on waivers, claimed by Montreal earlier in the year. And then he was sent down on waivers again, claimed by Vegas earlier in the year. And then he was claimed off of waivers once more by Toronto again, from Toronto to Montreal to Vegas to Toronto, all in the span of one season. Adam Brooks has been Mr. Worldwide in the best way possible. Now, he actually did play for the Henderson Silver Knights in the AHL earlier on, and he actually was sent down on waivers once again, so even though he never actually suited up in a game for the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2021-2022, he will be coming back as a depth center option piece. Now, there isn't really too much to go out there and say about Adam Brooks because, as you can see right here, 4 plus 7, that is, 11, plus 5, 16. He's only played 16 games this season, period. That's split between the NHL and the AHL. If you want to look at only NHL production right here, 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist in 11 games played. Obviously in a much more depth role-ish. And for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I mean, you want to take a look at the team that probably does have a much better insight as to what this player is and how he is able to perform. It's probably the team that drafted him and developed him for the past few years, up until he started getting moved around this year. 25 years old, 5'10", 179. He's a center, making $725,000 till the end of this season. As we noted, he was drafted by Toronto, so he is pretty familiar with everything that's going on here. He will likely just be a healthy scratch, kind of, extra player that they need just in case somebody gets injured, maybe some extra depth for the playoff run. He did suit up for the Maple Leafs playoff run in 2020-2021 last year. He played 2 games, and then they lost to Montreal, so there you go. He also had 5 points in 11 games in that little stint too. So do the math on that. I mean, 5 divvy 11 multiplied out by 82. Last season, he was playing at a 37-point pace, which for a guy who's making the amount of money he is, and the status that he has within this organization, which is pretty much just a depth forward, it's pretty good. Pretty solid, if I do say so myself. Of course, the projection this year is a lot worse. Let's do the math right here. 3 points in 11 games, multiplied out by 82. Spread over Montreal and Vegas, he was on pace for about 22 points, which is a decline, of course, but considering the circumstances, I do think it's more than appropriate. In the AHL, though, he did have 3 assists in 5 Henderson Silver Knights games, although I will go out there on a little caveat and say that with the departure of Peyton Krebs from the Henderson Silver Knights, that definitely is not a team that I think is the best to play on if you're looking for development. But either way, Vegas sends this guy down on waivers. They don't really need him anymore. They've got Jack Eichel coming back, so there you go. There's a center filling in on the roster. You're going to have to free up some more money, too, when Mark Stone comes back, because LTIR, yada, yada, yada. We already talked about the Tampa Bay Golden Knights thing a few days ago, but either way, Brooks is back in Toronto. What a crazy tour this guy went on. Toronto, Montreal, Vegas, back to the Maple Leafs. Talk to me in the comments. What do you think about this player returning to the Maple Leafs organization? I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.